pattern. There are those that pray in the morning, some pray at night, some pray spontaneously, some pray in the daytime. Find out anyone that is convenient for you. As far as I'm concerned, make prayer your lifestyle. And I'm telling you the truth, when it comes to the matter of spiritual activation, it's guaranteed. Impartation themselves are weak to keep you perpetually functioning in dimensions in the spirit without a commensurate prayer life. In fact, many of us know so many things manifestly too, not because we don't wish to, it's because our sufficient energy in line with prayer is not commensurate with the knowledge of what we have. That is the reason why your knowledge must equate your strength in the place of prayer to be able to advance in this kingdom. As you begin to advance, prayer may not be dramatic, but you must still have it as a lifestyle. Whether it's quietly, you must still have it as a lifestyle. In fact, I realize that one of the greatest deceptions is prayer time. You will think praying 7 to 9 is enough. Devil will study you, allow you. He will make you to be very spiritual 7 to 9. After 10, he comes. And you now realize that from 10 o'clock till the next day 7, you were a carnal person. Why? Because devil is wise. He knew when to attack you. Whether you like it or not, devil won't attack you anytime. He will ensure that it's the moment and time when you are weak. And that is why if you always observe in spiritual warfare, the devil always knows exactly what he ought to do in keeping to you. Why? Because he take out time to study. Why wouldn't he come when you are strong? No matter how much you love to masturbate, no matter the spirit, the demon, you'll be shocked in this atmosphere, the power dies. You'll be shocked here like this. No, if you can't sleep with a guy every day, if you are here, it will be almost impossible for you to wake up here and do anything here now. Why? Because the atmosphere has a way that it has silenced that possibility. But the devil knows that immediately he gives you a privilege to live here now. You go to an atmosphere where it begins to dominate you. Suddenly that thing is activated again. So it's not as if you cannot be free, but because there is a culture, an atmosphere that you have not made it a lifestyle, so the devil becomes strong in that atmosphere. And that is to let you understand, if you can still carry the same atmosphere that you know, that you subscribe to within the place of strength, and take it everywhere you go, you will be shocked that the devil will come yet again. You will have the capacity to be able to resist him. So the challenge there is that when you don't make this thing a lifestyle, it's going to be hard. And after a while, you yourself will come to a point where you are inhibited. So whether you like it or not, the matters of prayer is not what you should debate. It's not about debating it. No. Those that understand it, subscribe to it as much as possible. Beyond just your prayer time. Beyond just the time they pray in fellowship. Beyond just the time that you were given to lead a prayer. Do you have a commensurate prayer life? Do you take out time to pray on your own? Have you ever taken out time by yourself without anybody instructing you upon the strength of the body within you and say, I am isolating myself for this reason? Not for a car, not for a house, not for a wife. In fact, not because you want to start a ministry. It's easier enough when you come to a point you are about to leave a place and you feel, let me go on a 3 days prayer and fasting just to be able to hear God for the moment. Have you ever come to a point where you feel, let me maintain this thing as a lifestyle? Many people that God does not always speak to them is because many spiritual things are not a lifestyle, it's an activity. A time came I was burdened with so much invitation and I do not have the time to prepare as much as possible. I could not write many notes. And one day I went there and I was crying. In fact, I told them I was not prepared and I spoke and they were blessed. I was shocked. I came back again. It happened again. I said, I heard one man of God said, before you go to preach, you must do 2 days dry fasting or 2 days pray for 5 hours before you go. I said, what if the meetings are like, they are plenty like that? How will you do? There is another dimension. There's another realm beyond what is understanding. So the activity was what made him spiritual. No, it wasn't it. There was a culture, a lifestyle that actually prosecute that energy. Check again. Anything that is so strong in your life is a habit, is a lifestyle. It's not what you do as an activity. If you are doing it as an activity, it doesn't have sufficient power to influence and control you. Until it becomes a lifestyle, something you can even do unconsciously. At that moment is when you can truly get the reality of it. So a while, the Lord now told me, say, Cephas, a prepared man is better than a prepared message. That I should always prepare myself, knowing fully well that one day I will find myself in a situation where I will have to be able to give spirit and life. So it's not just about what you study, not necessarily what you have been given in a Bible school. It's about your preparedness in the spirit and your ability to be able to hear God now and be able to give expression to the burden of God now is the thing. God is always speaking. God is always saying something. But if God is saying something, somebody must be willing to hear. If God is doing somebody must be willing to be able to see. But many more times we don't. We decide when to hear. We decide when to see. And that is the reason. And at the moment where you want to, you yourself will look at yourself and say you are disqualified. But if you can make this thing a culture, you make this thing a life.